Welcome to Melbourne, guys. One day we have the pro-Hamas supporters burning flags on our streets. The next day we have the National Socialist Network, in many instances self-confessed neo-Nazis, proudly marching through the streets of Melbourne, complete head to toe in black, wearing their masks, with the Australian flag, with their drums and their regalia, promoting their vision for a white Australia, holding a sign saying, "White man, fight back." This is Victoria. This is Melbourne. And if you're not paying attention, this has been happening now for a couple of months, if not years, where these movements have grown. Now, do you think, as this group claims, that they represent the tip of the spear of what white Australians are feeling when it comes to many of the issues that we're facing in this country, where they now have had to turn to this type of show of force? Only 100 people in this instance, but they say they're growing, to demonstrate to the rest of the public that they've had enough with the issues plaguing this country. One of the main gripes of this group is mass immigration. Now, if you read some of the policy documents that this political group, in some instances that they claim that they have put out, they talk about re-immigration and the getting rid of people who are not white out of this country, and that will solve apparently all of the problems facing Australia. Now, undeniable that this group, if you look through their ideological viewpoints and a lot of the text and the things that they share within their networks, especially their private online Telegram networks, they discuss very heavily Nazism as a major influence. Some of them even celebrate Hitler's birthday. Is that the movement that now apparently white Australia is linked to when it comes to these issues like the mass immigration problem? Is that where we're headed? Now, I personally think that these groups actually poison the well of good intellectual debate and arguments and policies that we can have around these issues. Now, obviously, a lot of this is not cutting through to governments, and yes, a lot of people are frustrated, but does that frustration then tend to support that people want to move towards this extremism? Now, this group says, yes, that's the case. People want this. They're saying that their movement is growing, and that's why they're getting these big numbers now, about 100 or so of them marching through the city of Melbourne. I still think it's a LARP. It helps the authorities. I think it helps the police. It helps people have a boogeyman, for in this instance, because the way that they carry about this particular issue, and especially in public displays like this, it helps set the stage for governments and policymakers to be like, look, if you are against mass immigration, you are most likely one of these right-wing neo-Nazi types. And they're growing, and we're going to shut them down, and this is how we're going to shut them down. Now, already, Victoria Police, Jacinta Allen, have come out with statements to that effect. Now, you might say, well, these things are being eroded anyway. Our free speech and our rights are being eroded anyway. But I'm telling you that these particular groups help push that further and further with these provocative acts. Now, let's be honest. This particular group, if you compare it to the crazy pro-terrorist protests that we see throughout the city of Melbourne, they are a lot more well-behaved. You have to give them that. But their ideology, the things that they promote, the things that they wish to do to this country, I believe will be used against anyone else that wants to talk about this problem in a serious and measured way to come up with solutions and get everyone else on board to understand the very real problems we face in Australia. But look, leave your comments under this video. Tell me what you think about the NSN. Tell me what you think about this particular masked march through the streets of Melbourne at 1 a.m. when no one's around. What are they scared of? Well, they're always wearing masks. I always ask these guys, because they do comment a lot on my posts on X, why do you guys wear masks? Even the women that protest in Iran against the regime, they go unmasked. They're not afraid, and they'll be like, oh, well, we don't want to get debanked. We don't want authorities to know who we are. But are they just ashamed of who they are? Are they not willing to sacrifice themselves for this ideological view that they have, that they say is so right and that's so well supported and a popular movement? Why not get it out there, guys? Why not actually put your faces to it? But no. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys next time.